This is giving an error. Then the error is Android widget.list view adopter. So because this should be an array adapter, and now this error should go away. That's it. The next step is that we have to register this sensor. We can do it after this. First, we can use an if statement to check if the sensor is not null. If we already know from our list that the pressure sensor exists, but this is a very good programming approach. If we check get default sensor, that our pressure sensor actually exists, and that we can only easily check by doing this. If get default sensor, is not equal to null. If it is not equal to null, it means that the sensor manager returned us a sensor null. And then we can use our braces, and we can register the sensor using the sensor manager dot register. We have to register the listener for the sensor. So dot register the listener for the sensor. If the first value is this class, the second value is the pressure sensor, the name of the sensor, and the third value is the delay, delay, Here we can give the time in microseconds. So let's say we give 3 seconds here. So 3 seconds we need to give then 3 and 6 times 0. So 3,000 microseconds means 3 seconds. So after a delay of 3 seconds, we will have our new value from the sensor listener. We'll get a new value from the sensor, pressure sensor. Now this function is giving me an error, and let's see what the error is. We should click on this bulb. I think the error is that we need to implement this class sensor event. This class should implement sensor event listener, because Android sensor event listener, because this register listener is coming from the class sensor event listener, and our class should implement sensor event listener. So just put here implement sensor event listener, or you can simply do this. You can simply just cast first parameter. The first parameter can be casted to the sensor event listener. You can also do this, or you don't need to do this. You can simply cut this, remove this, and write here implements sensor event listener. But the sensor event listener should have implement to override two functions from this class. This our class and secretary should implement these two, should override the two functions from the sensor. One is for the on accuracy change, and the other one is on sensor value change, I think. Because let's see what is does implement methods, and we have on sensor changed. When the value of the sensor will be changed, it should be informed, it will listen, and when the accuracy will be changed in the value, it should be. So if we click OK, we will get these two functions written here. So it makes our task more easier. Now we can, in our own sensor changed event, because when the value of the sensor will be changed, we can put the value of the sensor inside our list here. So we will just modify the code here. So the value we will get, it will be a float value, float sensor value red is equal to